Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Scranton Wrestling. And the Knights have a pretty good wrestler in Rui Evanitsky. They have some more than just him, but he's the guy we're talking to tonight, 132 pounds. He is a senior. Well, Rui, let's talk first about the excitement you have. Hey, districts are just about a week away or so. So tell us about what you're looking forward to with that.
I'm really looking forward to districts. I mean, this is what I've been looking for this whole year. I've been training really hard. And I'm just extremely excited.
How about this season for you? Did it go as expected?
Not really with my injury in the beginning of the year. You know, it kind of set me back. Kind of made my record look kind of bad. But, you know, that's not what I'm really aiming for this year. What I aim for is a state medal. And I just trained my hardest, even when I was injured.
Well, talk about going through that adversity with the injury. Was it more physical or more mental or combination?
Well, the injury was a combination of both. I mean, it kind of came to me as like a surprise in the beginning of the year, my first match. It kind of set me off because I couldn't really get a lot of mat time and I couldn't wrestle. So it set my conditioning back and everything, but you know, that just made me think that I had to work extra hard, especially after the injury, to make up all that time I missed.
How about now, with about a week to go for districts? Do you feel like physically now you're almost as good as you could be? And mentally, do you feel like you're making up some of that time with saying, okay, I got a little bit of the time here. I could really kind of sharpen up?
Yeah, I feel like physically I may not be 100%, but I feel confident enough to where like I feel like I get a state medal. Like I've changed my style accordingly to my injury, so you know that'll help me a lot too. But yeah, I feel pretty confident.
Rui, talk about how you attack it when you're out there on the mat. What are some things that you do? And again, you don't want to give away your whole arsenal, but tell us about what people could expect when you're on the mat.
You know, when I'm on the mat, I'm always thinking to get to a leg setup. I mean, I think it's kind of like a strategic thing where I feel them out, and if I see an opening, I take it. You know, I'm always just nonstop pressure and everything. Different varieties of way to attack, upper body, lower body. You know, a whole bunch of different stuff.
No matter whether the guy you're wrestling, you know, has a record of 4-18, or if the guy's 23-0, what's he going to know at the end of the match wrestling Rui Evanitsky?
He's going to know it's going to be a grind throughout the whole match, the whole 6 minutes.
How about that motor that you have? Talk about keeping that motor going for the entire 6 minutes and making sure, I'm sure maybe somewhere in the back of your mind, like, listen, nobody's going to be in better shape than me.
Yeah, I mean, the motor is key because I just can't stop moving. I mean, I wear the guy out. As soon as he gets worn out, he gets tired, you know. That's when he starts to make mistakes, and that's when I get in and finish my shot and score.
What's it like having your dad on staff there at Scranton High School? Good coaching overall. I mean, Coach Morgan, you got Coach Burgett, you got your dad. There's a nice group of guys.
Yeah, it definitely gives me more confidence to know that my family supports me when I'm out there. I mean, I feel a lot more comfortable with my dad there. But yeah, it helps me focus more.
Rui, your future endeavors, let's talk about that. Wrestling's definitely in your future. How about colleges? Is that something you're going to wait until after the season? Because there's probably a few that are looking at you.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything right now, but I'm going to wait till after my season to see what happens. You know, after states. See if I'm going D1, D2, D3.
What's it like to be a wrestler? I mean, the grind, and then there's another side of it that's the pride to say, you know what, I'm doing something that not many people will ever do, and then will ever continue to do at the next level. Because you get to college wrestling, that's a whole other level.
Yeah, and being a wrestler is definitely different than any other sport. I mean, it drains you mentally and physically, especially with making weight and all the hard practices and just straight grinding. But I am proud to say that I am a wrestler because, you know, no one could say they work harder than a wrestler.
Rui, let's talk about your teammates that you have a bond with, and there's some good ones that you have there at Scranton High School.
Yeah, I mean, I have a bond with basically everyone. We're all friends. We all hang out. I mean, it helps the practices a lot just because we all know each other. We all know where we're going to be at. I mean, you have the Brigettes, my brother and their brother, or the younger Brigette are friends. Me and the older Brigette are friends, and we all just know each other. It helps us push us harder in the room.
Rui, how about the cheering section when you're there? I mean, you got your dad, right, Matt's side with you all the time. Anyone else in the family that's kind of cheering you on? I mean, you said you have your brother as well.
Yeah, I have my brother, but the loudest voice I think would be my mom. She's always screaming right in the side. I hear everything she says.
And I'm sure a wrestling coach's wife and/or your mom must know the sport. Do you kind of ever listen to her and say, "Wait a minute, should I try what she's saying," or do you tune everybody out?
Like in certain situations, I do listen to them, but like in other situations, my mom, like I feel, like what I mostly do is whatever I feel, I do it. I mean, it's just whatever I feel on the mat. But in most situations, I do listen to her.
That's awesome. Well, we wish you the very best through the district tournament, hopefully for your sake, through regionals, and hopefully, again, if you can make it to states this season, Rui, all right?
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
All right. It's been a nice career for Rui Evanitsky. He's hoping to cap it off with some state medal this year here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.